What's going on, everybody? I just want to throw a little video out there. Um, I didn't want to go up and set everything up, so I just do the shit from my phone right now. So I don't know. It probably won't have all kinds of captions and shit on the thumbnail and all that. Um, but anyways, the reason why I'm talking about this right now is because yesterday, yeah, it was yesterday. Oh yeah, it was yesterday or day before. Anyways, I threw on Instagram because I throw a lot of memes out there. And yesterday I did one. I put one out there. It was about the Dodgers. Okay, because I'm not a Dodger fan, even though I'm from Southern California. I'm not a Dodger fan. Um, so I don't give a shit about the Dodgers going to the World Series. Um, it doesn't really matter to me. You know what I mean? I'm an Angels fan. So if I watch games, I'm only gonna watch the Angels games. I don't watch. The only time that I watch anything that I'm not a fan of is the Super Bowl. I watch the Super Bowl no matter who's uh, who's who's in it. I don't watch the World Series because I'm not that big of a baseball fan. I'm more of a football fan. I'm more of a contact sport fan. Even though I'm an Angels fan, when it comes to baseball, I'm more of a contact sport fan. So I watch boxing, UFC, football, and so if the Angels were to have went to the World Series, then yeah, I would watch the World Series. But since it's the Dodgers, I don't care. Um. So, anyways, I do a meme out there about the Dodgers, and it's funny how people will get so offended about the Dodgers. You know what I mean? And it's not just like normal people. It's not like it's just a regular Citizen Joe type Dodger fan. Um, people make fun of the Raiders constantly, but I don't care. I mean, they don't pay me. I don't give a fuck if you don't like the Raiders and you want to make videos on them or stupid little memes about them. And I even do it myself. I even posted one the other day about the Raiders. You know what I mean? But I don't care. I mean, this shit doesn't affect me. Same thing with um, anything else that I watch as far as sports goes. If they make shit about the Angels, I don't care. It doesn't affect me. I ain't getting paid by them. And even if I was getting paid by them, I wouldn't care that you make fun of them. It doesn't bother me. Um, but so yesterday I put the meme out there, and last night I was checking through my Instagram and show me all the comments. And there was a couple people, like three people that had got on there and just talking stupid shit. And these are not just, you know, I get people talking shit about the memes that I put out there a lot. You know what I mean? But I ignore it. I don't give a shit. You can say what you want. I don't care. I even have people that will be so mad that I posted something that they get triggered, that they'll say like I had some chick tell me one time that, well, that's why you got cancer. You know what I mean? I mean, she went that far. That's how mad she got that I posted something about whatever it was. I couldn't remember what it was, but she got so offended by it. That's what she said. Which I don't give a shit. I don't care. I mean, that does not affect me at all. Um, so I just ignore that shit. I just delete it, and that's it. Same thing with YouTube. People will go onto YouTube. If you look at my YouTube videos, you will not see one negative thing on there because you're not gonna come on there and talk stupid shit. You're gonna come on there and act like a kid, and I'm not gonna go back and forth with you either. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit what you say. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. I'll just delete your shit and that's it because that's just not the way that I am. That's some new era shit. But anyway, so yesterday on the meme, I was laying down and looking through scrolling through it, and then you know, one dude's talking shit. And these are like, when I see the who's doing it, it's dudes that are like my age, which I'm 50 years old. It's like dudes my age or older, or maybe even young, a little bit younger, like in their 40s. You know what I mean? Talking shit, stupid shit. And over a fucking meme that offended them over the Dodgers. First off, I'll tell you, fuck the Dodgers, and fuck you if you don't like it. You're not gonna do nothing, but run your mouth on the internet. You know what I mean? But they get so fucking offended. So what I did is I was reading. I was like, oh, what an idiot. You know, the first time I read it, I just go to do this thing. But see, the thing is, like, I don't get offended, but sometimes they'll say certain shit that'll cause me to think in the old ways. You know what I mean? To think, like, my mind will start to go. You know what I mean? I don't go and start talking shit, but my mind will it goes somewhere else. You know what I mean? And I'll start going through the shit. If their shit's open, it's not private, I'll go through their shit. And I'll start scrolling, I'll see who that person is. But I'm looking to see if I know them. First of all, I'm looking to see if I know them, because if I know them or I know of them, then it's like, okay, if you're going to talk stupid shit like that, you know what I mean? Like if they were to say, well, fuck the Angels, and okay, like no problem. You can say what you want, you know what I mean? But when you're talking some dumb shit, then I'm going to be like, okay, let me see if I know this person. Or if I know somebody that knows them. If I see somebody in their pictures that I know, then I'll tell that person, hey, what's up with this dude? Hey, I need to get a hold of this guy, because you know he's on the internet talking stupid shit. You know what I mean? I want to talk to the guy. You know what I mean? So I'll start looking through their shit, but then the old me starts, scrolling through their shit and trying. If I don't know who they are, like okay, like one person, like okay, first of all, the first person I don't know who it is, so I just block his shit, like block him, fuck him. Then the next one I go to it, I start reading through it, and he's talking stupid shit too. You know what I mean? So I said, okay, look through his shit. Don't know him. Don't nobody that knows him. Fucking block that fucking guy. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go back and forth with him. I don't even know the guy. Block his stupid shit. But then I get this other dude, the very last one, and he's talking. He starts talking shit, but then he, at the very end of his post or his comment, he throws some gang shit out there. You know what I mean? Now this dude's like gotta be my age or older, but he throws some gang shit out there. Okay? And first of all, one of the words that he used, he's not supposed to be using that at all anyway. Because he's a fucking nobody. You know what I mean? He's a nobody. Because if he was somebody, he wouldn't be on Instagram saying this shit in a comment. He wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? And to talk about that, yesterday I seen on Facebook. It wasn't toward me. It was toward somebody else. It wasn't really toward somebody else. It was just kind of like a warning to people, but not to me. You know what I mean? It was a guy. He's part of something that I'm not gonna mention, but he's part of something, and he posted a picture, and then his caption in the picture, he was saying stupid shit in the caption of the picture. That these guys that I know that he's affiliated with, I know they would. I don't know if the picture's still there or the comment's still there, but when I saw it and I saw who he was, I was like, why would you say that? Why would you even put that on fucking Facebook? Why would you put that comment on Facebook? You're gonna get in a lot of trouble for that shit. I don't know if it's still there. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I didn't say nothing to him. I didn't call anybody. I could have easily, if I wanted to, call somebody that I know and say, hey, check this out, man. What's up with this fucking guy? He's your homie. Look at this shit. Why would he say that shit on fucking Facebook? What the fuck is wrong with this guy? And that would have been it. You know what I mean? For him, he would have got checked for that shit. I don't know if it's still there. So maybe somebody seen it, because everybody sees it. You're on fucking Facebook. Why would you put that there? And so I'm thinking to myself, somebody's gonna see that. One of his people is gonna see that and say, why the fuck would you put that? Take that fucking shit out there. Are you stupid or what? But these guys got really loose lips, you know what I mean? They nowadays, you want to play the tough guy, and then you got loose lips on the fucking internet, and you're posting that kind of shit that's gonna get you caught in a lot of shit. So, anyways, but that's kind of like the same thing that this dude on Instagram did. He used a word that he's not supposed to use like that. He's not supposed to put that shit on the internet, none of that stuff. And you definitely ain't. You're nobody because you wouldn't be doing that if you were somebody. You wouldn't be saying that. And so I was like, what a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? So I'm going through his shit, and then I see that he's from LA, like East LA area. So I'm like, okay. Um, then I see that he rides. Okay, so I said, okay, well he rides, and most likely I know somebody that knows him. So I started scrolling through his shit because it's open. Start scrolling through his shit. I don't see nobody that I know in his pictures. He's not from no clubs or nothing like that. He's just a fucking regular dude that he's from somewhere, but he rides. So I scroll through his shit. I can't find nobody that I see in his pictures. I don't know him and never seen him before. And then again, like the old me starts to think, you know, fuck this dude. You know, so I start as I'm looking through his picture, I can see his bike, and then all of a sudden, boom, there's a picture of his bike. He's standing by, and his fucking license plate showing. So it's like, okay, you fucking moron, you want to be on the internet talking tough shit. First of all, I probably know people that know him. You know what I mean? So if I wanted to, I could screenshot his pictures and send it out to somebody over that area that I know. Say, hey, do you know this fucking guy? Because he rides. Do you know him? You know, because he's on the internet talking stupid shit. You know. But I'm like, nah. You know, I'm not gonna do all that. So, but I'm scrolling through his shit, and then the old me sees his license plate. Says, oh fuck, I can fucking run his license plate through the internet real quick, and then I'll know where he's at. I know exactly where the bike is registered to, the address. You know, but then I said to myself, like, no, what do you don't? It's stupid. It's stupid because I was like, man, you'd be just like this idiot if you take it there over what he said. You see what I mean? Because I posted something and he don't like it, so then he starts talking shit and then he throws some gang shit in there. You know what I mean? And then if I'm gonna go back and forth with this fucking guy on the internet, if I was like, hey, fuck you, and you know, whatever on the post, then I look just like him. And everybody's gonna see that. The people that hang around me are gonna see that and say, oh, why the fuck is Mike doing that kind of shit on the internet? So I don't do that. I don't give a shit. You know, I was going through his shit, and then like I said, the old me starts to come out. I'm like, fuck this dude. You know what I mean? And so I have to tell myself, like, leave it alone. It's not even worth that shit. You know, and it's like, to me, I think of it like, you want to be on the internet talking stupid shit because you get offended by a fucking picture you've seen on the internet. You get offended and you talk shit. Now what are you gonna say when one day you might run into me? You know what I mean? One day you might run into me and something happens because you're talking shit, or you come up to me and say, hey, are you that guy that posted that fucking thing and you said this about the Dodgers? And you end up getting your ass whipped over a fucking picture that you didn't like. Or maybe you do something to me and something happens, you know what I mean? So you do something to me over a fucking picture. I mean, how stupid is that? How stupid is it? How stupid is it for me to go back and forth with this guy? So I left it alone. All I did was just block this shit. I blocked him, you know what I mean? Like, you can't see shit no more, fuck you. The funny thing is that, you know, guys that do this kind of shit, because I have it done all the time. I'm only talking about these other ones, these last 3 that I seen yesterday. But it happens all the time, you know what I mean? I gotta block people all the time because people will talk all kinds of stupid shit. They'll go on my pictures and they'll talk shit about my wife, and I'm like, delete that shit. The other day, somebody was talking shit on my wife's picture, and I told her, because she had made a comment under what that person said, and I said, don't do that. Don't go back and forth with them. Don't answer nothing that they say because you look just like them. Don't do that. If they say something negative, no matter what, just delete it and block them. Don't go back and forth with them. You look just as dumb as they do if you do that. She wasn't going back and forth with them. She was just reply to their comment. Like, I said, don't do that. And I seen the other day that yesterday, I think it was yesterday, somebody else did the same thing on another picture, on the same picture. Somebody else said some negative bullshit, and there I go clicking on that picture, like, okay, and I find the guy's name, and then I go fucking straight to the Google, and I start fucking, and I'm like, man, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Because I'm Googling this fucking guy. He's a white dude. I'm Googling his name because I'm like, this motherfucker, you know. So I'm Googling his name, and I'm fucking trying to locate him. I'm trying to locate him, do his name. Then I catch myself, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, fuck this guy. So, but the funny thing is that, you know, I just blocked the shit yesterday. The 3 comments, I just blocked them. And I know people like that do that kind of shit, that go on the internet and they talk shit, and I see it on YouTube constantly on other people's channels, not mine. I don't fucking, if I see the first thing that I see something negative, in the first sentence something negative, I don't read the whole fucking thing. I just delete it, gone, block it. That's it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to fucking go back and forth with you. But I see it all the time on other people's shit. I read the comments, and I'm like, damn, these people are going back and forth, talking all kind of dumb shit. And it's like, why? Why are you on here going back and forth with this person that you probably never see, and you're letting them get you in your feelings, and they don't even know you? So to me, you're weak. You're a weak-minded person because you're allowing somebody that's sitting behind a phone or a laptop type some words and get you into your feelings where you're getting upset and you're going back and forth with them. You're just as weak as that person that does that. You know, so when I see, like yesterday I deleted it, I know people like that do that kind of shit, that go on the internet and they say stupid comments, and they try to talk a lot of shit. I know that they'll come back because they want to see what you responded, or if you responded. So this happened, this shit I did last night, it was like maybe like 10, 11 o'clock at night. So I deleted those shits and blocked those people. I know that either this morning or even last night, whatever, that those 3 fucking guys went to the profile. They wanted to see, like, oh, let me see what he said, if he responded to me. And when they try to click on my shit, it's blocked, or it's no longer there. They can't see the profile, nothing, it's gone. And I know that they know they got blocked from the shit. They're probably, fuck. You know what I mean? They wanted the response. They wanted to go back and forth, do the back and forth shit with me. And they got blocked. They can't even see the fucking profile no more. It doesn't exist to them no more. If they want to see something, they got to go make another profile because my shit's open. So they got to go make another fake profile just to go back and see if I said anything to them. But it's gone. The comments are gone. If they're blocked, the comments gone. It's no longer there. So I know that these guys that do that, I know that when they went back to see if I responded to it, and they were blocked and they're no longer there, they're fucking punching there. And I'm all kinds of shit now. Fuck him, he's a piece of shit, fucking, you know, he's scared, and all, you know, all that little dumb shit. You know, they're in their mind, they're saying all these kind of things. Because they wanted that back and forth with me, and I'm not gonna give that shit to them. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of people that do that shit, man. It's men are doing it a lot, but women are constantly fucking doing that kind of shit. You know, I see, like, somebody will comment on a woman's post, and then she'll go and screenshot it, and then she'll post it on her shit, and like, she'll post the whole thing, the whole fucking thread of them going back and forth. And it's like, well, you look like an idiot. You think that you're exposing somebody, but no, you look like a fucking idiot. You look just as dumb as they are because you're actually going back and forth typing shit to this person. So you look just as fucking stupid. You can win the argument if you want. It doesn't matter. But you look just as fucking stupid. I don't look at it as like, oh shit, she got her. She, you know, all her comments, she killed that chick. Or he killed that dude with all his comments, you know? No. I look at it like, you're a fucking idiot that you're going back and forth, and then you'll screenshot it, and then you'll throw it out there on the internet so people can see it. You don't win. There's no winning in that whole scenario. You both look like fucking idiots. But I see men are doing that shit a lot now. They go on the internet, and it's funny because the dudes that were doing it yesterday, they're not like Citizen Joe type dudes. They're not just they're these dudes are like, gangsters and or ex gangsters or whatever. They're Chicano dudes. They're not just Citizen Joes, and they're older. They're not young, and they're on the internet talking stupid shit. It's like they're learning from this younger generation. I mean, they grew up when I grew up. They know that you don't do that. They know you don't say certain things on the internet. I mean, you don't say certain things at all. You know what I mean? But all that shit's out the window. Now that shit's all out the window, and these older guys are learning from these younger guys. From these young dudes and these young fucking rappers and shit like that. They're learning from them because I hear the words that they use. I see guys on YouTube making videos, and they'll use words like no cap. When I first heard that shit, what the fuck is that? And somebody told me, what is that? That's fucking stupid. But I see guys that are like my age using that word. And I say, you're a fucking idiot. What are you doing? Why are you talking like that? What's the other one? I hear, oh, goon. Oh yeah, this guy, he has all kinds of goons and this and this and that. When I was a kid, when I was younger, if I called you a goon, I'm calling you an idiot. Okay? That's what it means. You're a fucking idiot. You're a dummy. And it comes from the cartoon Popeye. Alice the Goon, the big, tall, bald, caveman looking fucker, whatever. He had fur around his wrist and fur around his ankles and wore like a loincloth. He looked like he had Down syndrome. And his name was its name was Alice the Goon. If as a kid, we was like, oh, you're a goon. Like, you're an idiot. You're like you have Down syndrome or something. You're a moron. That's what that means, But now they use it as like a tough guy. Like, oh, this guy has all kinds of goons. When I hear them say that, this guy, me and my goons, I think of like you and like you're. I don't know if you can say that you can't say certain shit no more, But somebody with Down syndrome, like with our word, that's what that means to me. When I see that, when I hear that, But now they use it like you're a tough guy. Oh, he's my goon. Like, no, he's a fucking idiot. He's a retard. See, I said it. He's a moron. That's what you're saying. But no, they think it means something else, and it doesn't. It means you're an idiot. And so we used to say that to people to offend them, like, oh, you're what a goon, like, what an idiot. But they use it now as like something that like it's tough, and it's not. But I hear guys like my age using it as like that's somebody that's tough, like they're like a gang member or part of like a fucking posse or whatever, But these older guys are learning from these younger guys, and I've seen people, older dudes, that say, well, you got to be with the times, and I said, no, you don't. You don't have to talk like them, like these young kids. You know what I mean? What do you mean you have to be with the times? So that's what they get on the internet, and they act like these young kids and talk a lot of shit through the comments, and or they'll make videos about each other going back and forth, disrespecting each other, disrespecting each other's families and shit like that, talking about each other's mothers and shit that you're not supposed to do. But they do it. These guys that are older are doing that kind of shit because they're learning from the younger guys. You know what I mean? Instead of the younger guys learning from them. See, that's where we're different. When I was younger, I was learning from the older guys, and I stayed that way all these years. You know what I mean? I don't want to learn from some young dude. They don't know shit. But these older guys are learning from that, and that's why they're on the internet talking shit in the comments, talking shit on fucking the lives. I see guys that go live, and I watch their lives, and sometimes I'll go on there and I'll say what's up to them, and I'll see somebody on there just throw some stupid shit out there, and then I'll see them dudes like, fuck you, and they'll just, you know what, you're out here, block them from doing it. But it's like, why are you on there talking stupid shit? You're in a fucking, on your phone, typing dumb shit. That doesn't the fuck, what does that do for you? You know what I mean? If you have a problem with that person, let them know. But no, you go on the internet talking stupid shit. And I don't know. To me, I don't do it. I don't go back and forth. You ain't gonna see me doing videos about people talking shit back and forth. I'm not gonna do that. Um, I haven't done that. You don't see me going back and forth in the comments with people. I delete it. And I block them from Instagram, from YouTube, Facebook, whatever. I just block the shit. I don't go back and forth with nobody. I just don't want to be seen like that, you know. And I don't want people that know me, that come here and hang out with me, and that I hang out with, to see, like, to come tell me something and say, hey, why would you do that? Why are you doing this? Why are you acting like these fucking people? You know, going back and forth on the internet. Why would you do that? See, they would no longer have trust in me. That's the way I feel. They would no longer have trust in me if they see me doing that. You know what I mean? And I hang around with, you know, certain people, and believe me, these people watch. These people watch to see, you know, all these people watch each other to see, you know, any flaws in one another, where they feel that they cannot trust you no more. You know what I mean? People do trust me. People do trust in me. You know what I mean? People come here. They know that they can come here. They know they can tell me things, and they know that I would never repeat these things. You know what I mean? No matter what. And there's been times where maybe I have a falling out with somebody, you know, but I know certain things because this person, you know, he tells me certain shit. Even though maybe he's not supposed to be telling me certain shit, he's telling me certain shit. But he trusted me to tell me. And say me and that person had a falling out. I never went back and said to his people, like, hey, check it out. You know, I know this and this and this because this fucking guy here is a big mouth. He ran his mouth. How would I know this if he wasn't running his mouth? Just so I can get that guy in trouble. Now because me and him have a falling out. I've never done that. Whatever they say, it stays between me and them. Even if I don't talk to that person no more, I don't care. That's just not my thing to do that. But there are people out there that do that kind of shit. You see it all the time. You know, I've had instances where I have fallen out with somebody, and then somebody that knows that person has a falling out with that person, and will come back and try to tell me, like, hey, check it out. That guy said this, he said this, he said that about you. I got screenshots or whatever. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see it. I don't want to know. I don't care what he said. It doesn't matter to me. You know what I mean? I look at that other person, the person that's telling me this shit, as you are just as bad as him. Because you knew this all this time. And now that I don't talk to him no more, you're going to come to me and tell me all the shit he was saying to you before. Instead of you coming to me when that shit was being said and telling me. You know, you should have came and told me then. But now you want to tell me because you don't talk to that person no more. You also had a falling out with that person. So now you want to come tell me the shit that he was saying before. You're just as bad as that person. So fuck you and fuck him. You know what I mean? It's happened to me where, and I told the story before, where one of my partners that I was cool with and hanging out with and riding with and shit was talking bad shit about me to another friend of mine. And what that dude do? He came the next day to my house and told me. He came to my house and told me, hey, I was so-and-so, and, you know, he was talking shit. And I said, all right. And, you know, I said, I'll deal with it. Don't worry about it. But that, to me, that's a friend right there. You know, you hear it, you come straight tell me. Don't tell me months later or a year later. I don't want to see no screenshots. I don't care about that. I don't do that shit either. I don't do that kind of shit either. Where people cannot say, oh yeah, Mike has done that kind of stuff. Never has anybody ever said or can say that I have ever sent them screenshots saying, oh, this dude's talking bad about you, or this person did this or this. or look at these pictures. That this none of that. I don't do that. I watch what I say. I even tell my wife, because women are a little bit different. I'm not saying my wife's a gossiper, but women, they like to talk. They like to talk. You know what I mean? And women will, that we know will, tell my wife shit. And I'll tell her, don't get into the conversation. If they're saying shit, let them say whatever they want to say, but watch how you respond to them. Never agree with them on anything. Don't agree with them. Just if they want to vent shit to you, then let them vent shit to you, but do not take a side. If they're venting to you about somebody else, if they're talking to you about somebody else, do not take a side in their conversation. Just make your responses quick. If you're gonna, if you don't want to say, hey, I don't want to hear it, don't text me that shit. Just say, oh, okay, well, I understand or whatever, but don't make it seem like you're taking that person's side, because that person, especially women, they will save all your shit. I don't give a fuck if it's. I told my wife, I don't care if it's your family. Your message is on their phone. When the fuck do you go through your phone and just delete old messages? I got messages on my phone. This phone, I've had this phone right here for, it's gonna go 2 years now. I have messages from my friends that are no longer here. Their messages are still on my phone. I never deleted them. I saved them. Their phone numbers are still in my phone, and their messages are still in my phone. I couldn't even go down my list of my text messages. It'll take me a long time to go down to the bottom. But I have messages. But I don't. It's not because I'm saving them for anything. It's just when the fuck do you ever go to your phone and start deleting messages and shit? You know what I mean? There might be something important in there that you need. You know what I mean? So I don't just go and delete a whole feed of messages. You know what I mean? But I don't go looking through them. But I don't go and use them against people after the fact. You know what I mean? And which I could if I wanted to. Because people have real loose lips and they have real loose fingers. You know what I mean? And they want to seem like they're important, and they'll put shit in text messages and they'll send it to you, and they do it because they do it to me because they know they can trust in me, that they can say shit and I'm not gonna say nothing. Even if the ones that have fallen out with me, if I had a fallen out with them, they have never contacted me and say, hey man, you were talking shit about me, or you fucking sent so many text messages that I sent you, but no, I've never done that. Nobody's ever contacted me. If me and you don't talk to them, we don't talk to them. That's just the way it is. I don't give a shit. It doesn't affect me It doesn't affect me that I don't talk to people no more. I don't give a shit. I don't need to go back and forth with people. And I don't need to put myself in that kind of situation where people think that, because to me, it's like you're a rat motherfucker. You're a rat motherfucker. You should have did that shit a long time ago. When that person was saying what they were saying, you should have addressed it right then and there. You should have said, hey, you know what? I don't want to know that shit. Or you should have went and told the other person, like, hey, check it out. You need to talk to this fucking guy because he's got loose fingers or he's got loose lips and he's saying stupid shit. You should have did that then. Don't not wait till you had the falling out with that person. You know what I mean? So, but it's a thing that's really popular now. But again, it's the people that are my age and the women that are my wife's age that are doing it. I see them doing it. I understand these young kids. Fuck them. You know what I mean? I don't live in I'm not part of their generation. I don't give a fuck about them. Fuck them all. You know what I mean? I'm talking about people that are my age, women that are my wife's age that do shit like that. So that's why I told my wife, be very careful what you say in a text message, even to your own family, because you never know when you're gonna have a falling out with somebody in your own fucking family, and you have loose lips because they're your family, and you think, oh, we're super close, and then all of a sudden you have a falling out with them, and then boom, they'll screenshot your shit and start sending it to all these people. If you were talking negative about this other woman, or you were talking negative about this man, they're gonna send that shit out. Hey, check it out. And not everybody's like me. People are gonna be like, oh, okay, you're talking shit, or you're gonna contact me. Hey, your wife's talking this shit. You know what I mean? They're not gonna say, hey, you know what? I don't give a fuck. Why are you sending this shit to me right now? That shit shows it was 2 years ago. And here you are, because you don't talk to that person anymore. You don't talk to your friends no more, your family no more. Now all of a sudden you want to send this shit out. You're a piece of shit just like they are. So fuck you and fuck that. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't want to. I don't give a shit. You know, it's not worth it to me. You're both a piece of shit. You know what I mean? So not everybody's like that though. Everybody will jump and want to go after that person and say, "Oh, you're talking shit," but they don't look at the other person and say, "You're a piece of shit for doing that." It's like that movie, the bike riders. It's like that scene in the movie where those young guys came to the bar and told that guy, I think his name was Johnny, that they want to join his bike club, and he's like, "No," and they were like, "Just come look at the bikes," and they go outside. We'll do whatever you want. We want to join your club, and he's like, "Okay, that's cool. You're in, but you gotta leave your friends behind." And he's like, "Cool, fuck it." And he's like, "Nah, fuck you and fuck them. You're a piece of shit. Why would you? How could you leave your fucking friends like that?" It's the same thing. It's the same thing when you do that screenshot and shit, or you have fallen out with somebody, and then you go to other people and say, "Hey, look what this person's saying about you, or look what they text about you," and but you didn't do it when it was happening. You waited 2, 3 years, whatever it was, when you had the falling out with them to go back and do that shit. It's the same thing. Like, you're a piece of shit. You're actually worse than that person because you smiled in my face when you knew they were saying all this bad shit about me, or they were doing this and they were doing that. You smiled in my face. You came over here and hung out with me. You came in my house and you ate my food. You came in my fucking garage. You drank my beer, and you knew that person was here too, and they were talking shit about me, and you didn't say nothing. But now that you don't get along with them no more, you're gonna come tell me. It's the same thing. You're a piece of shit. You're worse than him. You know what I mean? So, it's just the older people are learning from the younger people. The younger people, that's what they do. That's their get down nowadays. But it's a shame that it's people that's my age or older, or just a little bit younger, that grew up in the same era, that are learning from them, and they're doing the same dumb shit that they're doing, and you're a piece of shit for it. You know what I mean? You're a real piece of shit. You're a real piece of shit if you go on the internet and you talk shit on a fucking meme, saying dumb shit like, you know what I mean, over something that you're a grown ass fucking man and you don't like that I say fuck the Dodgers, so you get all offended over it. You, and I think to myself when I see that shit, like, do you have a wife? Do you have a wife? Um, and kids and all that? You know what I mean? Does your wife know that you do this kind of stuff? That you get on the internet and you say stupid shit? Your wife thinks that she might think you're the man. You know what I mean? Your wife might think you're the man. She might be proud of you. Like, this is my husband, and maybe showing off his pictures to her friends, and she has pictures of him on her desk at work. She's proud of this man, but she doesn't realize that her man is a bitch, because that's bitch shit. You know what I mean? She doesn't realize that. You know what I mean? That's the way I see it. Like, dude, you have a wife, you have a girlfriend, and do they know that you do this kind of bitch shit, like this little kid shit, that you go on the internet and you go into comments and you say stupid shit, or you're 50-something years old and you're saying some fucking stupid ass gang shit on a post because you don't like that I don't like the Dodgers? How fucking dumb are you? And I was like, man, if I knew who that person was, like, this is your husband? This is the person that you think is the man around the house? You know what I mean? Fuck that dude. But anyways, I was just want to throw a video out there. It's all from the stupid shit that people put in the comments on Instagram. I really don't see it too much on YouTube. I have, but I just deleted it, so that's why you don't see it. But I'm not gonna go back and forth with people on the internet and talk all kinds of shit to them. And like I said, I had people say, and not just that chick, but I've had other people say, "Oh, that's why you have cancer. That's why you're dying." And or they'll talk shit about my wife, or they'll talk shit about my kids, which they don't know. They don't know my kids. Nobody knows my kids. You don't hear me talking about my kids. You don't see videos about my kids. You don't see pictures of my kids. You know what I mean? They don't know none of that shit. Even my friends don't know my kids. You know what I mean? So, but they'll talk shit. You know what I mean? They'll talk shit about my kids and whatever. Whatever shit they have to say. You know what I mean? And but I don't go back and forth. I just delete shit. That's it, man. I ain't got time for all that crap. But it says a lot about you, the person that does that kind of shit. It says about you as a man. It says a lot about you as a woman when you do that kind of shit. You're just as fucking foul as the motherfuckers that are doing. If you're that kind of person that does screenshots, or if you're the kind of person that will go back and forth in the comment section with somebody talking shit, they say something to you, you say something back, and next thing you know, there's a fucking long ass thread of you and this person going back and forth. You're a piece of shit just like they are. You're just like them. So when you're in there talking shit to them, like, what kind of person are you? And fuck you, and blah, blah, blah. Well, look at yourself, and you'll see what kind of person that they are. They're just like you. They get offended, and they feel that they have to defend themselves against people that they don't know and they'll never see. And if they do see them, well, then you deal with it right then and there. If that's what you're about, then deal with it right then and there. Say, hey, you know what? I'm not fucking get involved in this shit with you. Delete it. You don't have to tell them that. I didn't tell that shit to them, dude. Like, when I see you, we'll talk about it. I didn't say nothing to them. I just delete the shit. If I see them, which I probably won't, because I don't even remember what the fuck they look like. You know, I have a bad memory when it comes to shit like that. If something like that was to happen, it's because they came to me and says, "Hey, do you remember me? I said this, and you made a meme, or you posted a meme about this and this." I said, "Oh yeah, okay. What about it?" Well, fuck you for saying that. Okay, well then we'll deal with it right then and there. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to do, we'll deal with it right then and there. But I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. So anyways, if that's the kind of shit you do, you get on the internet, you talk all kind of shit and comments and all that stuff like that, or you get in people's wives' pages and you talk stupid shit, you're fucking, to me, you're a coward. You ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I mean? You're not gonna do nothing. You're not gonna do all the shit you say in your comments and shit. If you were gonna do all that, you wouldn't be saying it. You real motherfuckers don't go on the internet talking that they're gonna do this and do that to somebody. You know what I mean? They don't do that, and they don't make fucking threats on Facebook and shit like that toward people. Was what I saw yesterday on the Facebook post. Like, he was making threat again. It wasn't toward me. You know what I mean? Because if it was toward me, I would have fucking made a fucking phone call right away. But it wasn't toward me. It was just like in general type of fucking comment, and I'm like, I don't know why you would say something like that. But anyways. That's the video. That's my video for today. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be talking to you guys later.